Hello, and welcome to my Pre-Algebra review series. This video covers Chapter 3, Section 4, titled Using Formulas. By the end of this video, you'll have reviewed the processes for substituting into formulas and using the perimeter formula to find perimeters. Please leave a like if you find this video to be helpful. Give your classmates a heads up too. It will more than likely help them, and it certainly helps this channel to be seen by more students. If you would like me to cover any of these topics in greater detail, please leave a comment in the comment section below. I read them and do my best to address each as time permits. Please subscribe to my channel and ring the bell icon to be notified every time I release a new video. Thank you. So let's get into it. Okay, so before we get started, there's a couple of definitions we can go over here. A formula. A formula is an equation that shows a relationship between two quantities that are represented by variables. A perimeter. The perimeter of a figure is the distance around the figure. You can find the perimeter of a rectangle by adding the lengths of the four sides, or by using the formula P equals 2L plus 2W, where L is the length and W is the width. For rectangles, it does not matter which dimension you choose to be the width or the length. Objective 1, substituting into formulas. A formula is an equation that shows the relationship between quantities that are represented by variables. An important formula in math and in science is D equals RT, where D is the distance, R is the rate, and T is the time spent traveling. Example 1. It's a real-world problem to solve. Suppose you travel 162 miles in 3 hours. Use the formula D is equal to RT to find your average speed. Well, D equals RT, so we know D is the distance, and they've told us what the distance is. It's 162 miles. R is the rate, or your speed, or the average speed, let's say, and T is the time. Well, they've given us the miles, 162. They've given us the time, 3 hours. So what we're going to find is the miles per hour. Okay, and how do you get the miles per hour? Well, we're going to have to rewrite this equation. So the equation is D is equal to RT. Distance is equal to rate times time. But we want the R by itself. We want the R on the left, in this case, on the right-hand side by itself. So how do we do that? Well, we multiply R by the reciprocal of its coefficient. And the coefficient is T. So what we're going to do is we're going to multiply both sides by 1 over T. 1 over T on this side times D is equal to R times T times 1 over T. And when we do that, the T is on this side, and the T's on this side cancel out. So we're left with, on the right-hand side, we're left with R, and on the left-hand side, we have D times 1 over T, or just D over T. So the rate is equal to the distance divided by the time. So now that we've got that, we know what the distance is, we can say, oh, distance, 162 miles, divided by time, 3 hours, and that is equal to, R. And what is the R? If we take 162 miles divided by 3 hours, okay, we're going to have an answer that is equal to 54 miles per hour. Because here's the hours on the bottom over here. We get the hours from right there. We get the miles right there. 162 divided by 3 is 54 miles per hour. The units don't disappear when you do this math. They stay with the numbers. So, okay? Good. Okay, example 1, check your understanding. Use the formula D equals R times T. Find D, R, or T, whichever one they're looking for. After they give you the data they give you, you have to find the missing piece. So in the very first one, they give us D and they give us T, so we have to find R. So in order to do that, we're going to write the equation. D is equal to RT. And we're going to solve for R. So that means we have to divide both sides by T. So D divided by T equals RT divided by T. And when we carry that out, we have D over T equals R. And we're trying to find R. So now we substitute in D and T. And when we do that, we're going to have D is 273 miles distance over T, which is 9.75 hours. Okay, and that answer is going to end up being 28 miles per hour. We just divided 273 by the 970.75 and you get the value. Let's do the next one. They give us D and R. So this time you're going to find T. Same thing. You get the equation. D is equal to R times T. Except we want the T. So instead of dividing by the reciprocal of T, we're now working with R. So we're going to divide both sides by R. And we're going to end up with D over R is equal to, the R's cancel, is equal to T. Okay, now that we have that, the D is 540.75 inches. Okay, and the R is 1.5 or 10.5 inches per year. Okay, so the time was in year. The rate is in inches per year. And we want the time, so it's going to be in years. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at this. The time is going to be 540.75 divided by 10.5. And if you had your calculator, you came up with 51.5 years. 51.5 years. Example 2. It's another real-world problem. You can estimate the temperature outside using chirps of a cricket. Use the formula F, which is going to stand for Fahrenheit, is equal to N over 4, N divided by 4, time or plus 37, where N is the number of chirps the cricket chirps in a minute. So you sit there and you count chirps for a minute, and then you solve this problem, and you'll know how cold it is in degrees Fahrenheit. It's pretty interesting. So it says estimate the temperature when a cricket, when a cricket chirps 100 times in 1 minute. So we're going to use the formula. I'm going to write the formula here. F is equal to N over 4 plus 37. Okay? And where N is the number of chirps, and it's 100. So now if I do this, if I say F for the temperature in Fahrenheit is equal to 100 divided by 4, right there, 100 divided by 4 plus 37. And that's going to equal what? That F is going to be equal to 25, 100 divided by 4, plus 37, and 25 plus 37 is what? We're going to have 50 and 12. So it's going to be 62. 62 degrees Fahrenheit, approximately. Because it's, it's not going to be an exact science. But there it is, 62. There you see how we substituted in. Example 2, check your understanding directions. Use the formula F equals N divided by 4 plus 37 to estimate the temperature in degrees Fahrenheit for each situation listed. Okay, so go off and do it. When you get done, come on back and we'll see where it takes us. Okay. Okay, so now that you're back, let's try A. So we're going to write down the formula. F, I'm just going to write it right out with the numbers, equals what? N, and N is 96. F is equal to 96 divided by 4 plus 37. And if you do that math, you're going to find out that the answer is equal to 61 degrees Fahrenheit. 96 divided by 4 is going to be 24. Instead of 25 or 100, it'll be 24. 24 and 37 is 50. And 4 and 7 is 11, so 61. Okay? Let's try B. F is equal to 88 divided by 4 chirps per minute. Okay? Something's not right here. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm reading it wrong. I'm sorry. 88 chirps per minute, so it's plus 37. My brain went to sleep on me for a second there. So again, F degrees Fahrenheit is equal to 88 divided by 4 is what? 22 plus 37. 20 and 30 is 50, and 2 and 7 is 9. So we're going to be equal to F in degrees will be 59 degrees Fahrenheit. And how about this? F degrees Fahrenheit is equal to 66 divided by 4 plus 37. And that equals what? 66 divided by 4. 60 divided by 4 is 15. 6 is, well, this is not going to come out straight, but it looks like it's going to be 53 and a half degrees Fahrenheit. Okay? Okie doke. Objective 2, using a perimeter formula. The perimeter of a figure is the distance around the figure. You can find the perimeter of a rectangle by adding the length of the four sides, or by using the formula P for perimeter is equal to 2 times L plus 2 times W, where L is the length and W is the width. For rectangles, it doesn't matter which side you pick for the length or the width. So let's give some of these a try, or at least see what's coming up. Example 3, finding the perimeter. Find the perimeter of the room. Use the formula for the perimeter of a rectangle, which is P equals 2L plus 2W. Okay? So let's find the perimeter of this room. What is the perimeter of this room? So the perimeter, it's not a rectangle. It's actually probably a square, but it should be imagine this is a rectangle. And in doing so, we'll pick one side as being the length, and I'll pick this side as being the length, and I'll pick this side over here as being the width. Okay? Other than that, it doesn't matter. So we're going to say that P is equal to 2 times the length, which is 18.5, plus 2 times the width, which is 12.5. And if we do this math on here, let's see, what do we come up with? P is equal to 18. So 18 twice is 36. And a half twice is 1, so it's 37. Okay. And then it's plus 2 times 12 and a half. 12 twice is 24, plus 1 is 25. So the perimeter around this room is 50 plus 12, 62 feet. I guess feet? Yeah, feet. Okay? And I used a little dash for feet. I could have written feet. Okay? Example 3. Check your understanding now. Directions: find the perimeter of each rectangle using the formula P equals 2L plus 2W. Okay, there they are. I'll wait. You come back. I'll give it a little time here, and when you come back, we'll do these together. Okay? Okay, hopefully you finished them and you're back, and we'll do these now together. So let's give it a shot. Problem A. I'm going to start by writing the formula, and I'm going to write the formula and fill in the values as I go. So P is equal to 2 times, I'm going to say that this is L and this is W. Same over here, L and W, okay? So L is going to be 27.3 centimeters plus 2 times 16.8 centimeters. Okay, that takes care of that. That's the whole formula done. So now we're going to add, we're multiply and add. So now we're going to have P is equal to 2 times 27.3, which is going to be what? 54.6 is equal to 50, I think 20, 40, and 14. Yes, 54.6 centimeters plus 2 times 16, 32, 2 times 0.8, 1.6, 32 and 1.6 is 33.6 centimeters. Okay, so now we're going to add these two numbers together. 54.6, 33.6. 54 and 33 gives us 87. I'm going to write 87 plus the fractional piece here, which is 1.2. Okay, 1.2 is equal to 88.2 cm. Okay, that's the answer for the first one. For the second one, I'm going to do the same thing. P is equal to 2 times 17.4. That's the length, as I've chosen it. And this is in inches, okay? Plus 2 times 8.6 inches. Okay, carry out the formula. P equals 2 times 17.4. 2 times 17 is 34 plus 0.8. 34.8, because 0.4 times 2 is 0.8 inches, plus 2 times 8.6, there's a point right there. So 8 is 16, and 0.6 is 1.2 again. So we're going to be 16, 17.2. 17.2 inches. And if we add these two together, P should be equal to 34 and 17. So the 10 and 3 is 40. And then 4 and 7 is 11. So that makes 51. And then 51, I'll write that down. 51 plus 0.8 plus 0.2 is 1. So the answer is 52 inches. 52.